Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Worlds TV. If you guys new, make sure you subscribe, like, and comment, and turn on that bell notification right at the top to stay up to date with recent content on this channel. Also, don't forget to follow us on our social media at Worlds TV on X and Instagram, and Worlds TV on TikTok, and say we got to be talking about Attorney General Pam Bondi directs prosecutors to seek the death penalty for Luigi Mangione, who was the guy who killed the United Healthcare CEO. Now, if you ask me, this is extremely unnecessary and just crude. Now, I get it. He took a life, but what about all those millions of lives that the greedy, corrupt healthcare CEOs, when they took away people's health insurance and people had to pay thousands of dollars out of pocket from to which money that they did not have. That is utterly and fucking cruel. They indirectly killed thousands, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people. Where is the death penalty for these crooked, greedy, corrupt healthcare CEOs? People are paid an arm and a leg for healthcare that has contributed to deaths of millions of people in years. Where is their punishment? Where is their consequence? This is not the way to go. Utterly ridiculously bullshit. But let's take a look at this tweet right here. This is from the official U.S. Department of Justice X. Attorney General Pam Bondi directs prosecutors to seek death penalty for Luigi Mangione. This is a official statement. It's premeditated, cold-blooded assassination that shocked America. After careful consideration, I've directed federal prosecutors to seek the death penalty in this case as we carry President Trump's agenda to stop violent crime and make America safe again. And this is from April 1st, 2025. I thought this was an April Fool's joke, but sadly it's not. Listen, how many times have we heard stories and reports that healthcares and United healthcare companies, especially United Healthcare, canceled so many policies of people who are paying their insurance on a monthly basis? Not to mention, too, wasn't United Healthcare CEO currently under investigation from the Department of Justice because that they were literally claiming that they were price gouging, people's health insurance, and it was pretty much just a giant Medicare fraud? Take a look at this tweet right here, not too long ago, from this guy Mario Nafral. Okay, United Healthcare CEO stocks tank on DOJ probe. Wall Street gave United Healthcare a reality check. Investors dumped shares after a report claimed that DOJ is investigating their insurance giant for Medicare fraud. The feds are reportedly looking into whether United Healthcare padded patients' diagnosis to rack in extra Medicare cash. The company's calling it misinformation. Of course, they're going to call it misinformation because they don't want to get fucking sued. But the market isn't buying it. They were currently under investigation for that. So what happened to all that? They're just going to throw that investigation out the window, just focus on the guy who killed the guy who has killed hundreds of thousands of people and not millions of people because of the corrupt business practice that these greedy health corporations have done. It is just utterly fucking ridiculous. But take a look at this ABC news coverage not too long ago, where they say, hey, you know what, insurance companies, they're just too big to fail, because guess what, the United States is made off of you getting sick. That's how these healthcare insurance companies continue to become corporate giants. You want to talk about oligarchies? They are the biggest oligarchy out there. Take a look at this clip from ABC News.
Killed here in New York City. According to the Wall Street Journal, the new civil probe is looking into allegations the company profited off false diagnoses. Medicare Advantage, run by private insurers, covers nearly half of the 68 million people enrolled in Medicare. These companies...
You heard that? Covers half of the 68 million people that's covered by Medicaid. They were just racking up diagnoses to get extra cash. They were currently being investigated by the Department of Justice. But meanwhile, Pam Bondi wants to focus on a guy who killed somebody who indirectly killed millions of people. Why is that? It makes absolutely no fucking sense at all. Come on, man. What are you guys doing?
Receive payments per patient,
Hmm.
but can get more for those with complex health conditions. Last summer, the Journal reported United Health added diagnoses to patients' records for conditions they weren't treated for, triggering an extra $8.7 billion in payouts to insurers.
8.7 billion, not million, not thousand, $8.7 billion in extra payout to insurance. That is money laundering at its finest. Where is the consequence and jail time for these corrupt and crooked healthcare insurance companies? If you ask me, Luigi Mangione, who I don't even think is the real killer, I think that he's just a cover up for the person who really did everybody a favor, because guess what? As you have these greedy corporate healthcare insurance companies that were just canceling people's insurance left and right before this happened, you said, you know what? They decided to keep it on. Why does it take for a CEO of a major company to get killed for these health insurances to still do their fucking job properly? They're reckoning billions of dollars every single year from people who are paying them to get insured. And when shit hits the fan and when people need these health coverages, they want to deny you every chance that they get. So what's the fucking point of paying for health insurance if you can't get no coverage? It's an utter flat out scam. Why is she not investigating, continuing the investigation for these fucking fraudulent people? And this is why people on the left have an issue with Magna, because you are focusing on the wrong thing. The death penalty, really? The death penalty, I get it. He killed somebody, he's in the wrong, should have jail time. But what about these other healthcare CEOs who have killed, who have had a hand in indirectly killing thousands of people over the years, if not millions of people? They should get the death penalty. But it's okay if, the middle class and poor people die. But the minute a rich person dies, hey, guess what? We got to go to the extreme. That's complete and utter bullshit. I don't like it. I think it's way too unnecessary, way too extreme, and it's fucking pathetic. You guys hear this report. Again, whether you want to say ABC News is fake news or not, this is a real thing. They were under Department of Justice investigation because they were doing this. Where is their fucking consequence, Pam Bondi? Where is their fucking consequence, Donald Trump, MAGA? And I voted for Trump, but you people need to be called out on this hypocritical bullshit. If you agree with this, you are part of the problem. What the fuck are we talking about here? Come on, man.
News of a DOJ investigation sent United stocks plunging 7% Friday, a $30 billion loss in market value. The company.
And they should have lost more. They should have been bankrupt. $30 billion. If a company loses $30 billion, 9 times out of 10, they will have to file bankruptcy and they're no longer in business. But the fact that they were able to lose $30 billion and they're still operating goes to show you how filthy rich these greedy corporate healthcare insurance companies really are. $30 billion and they still in business. And this news report came out, almost 2 months ago in February. Still no consequence for them.
Called the report of fraud, quote, misinformation, and said,
of course, they're going to say misinformation because they don't want to pay the ultimate consequence. They're probably paying them on the table. Say, yo, guys, how much you guys want to make this shit go away? The entire United States of America is a complete corporate corruption land. It's utterly fucking ridiculous.
Saying they are not aware of the launch of any new activity by the DOJ. The Justice Department is reportedly investigating United.
Unfucking believable. And again, Pam Bondi, this is complete utter bullshit. I can't get down with this. I do not agree with this whatsoever. Death penalty is extremely, extremely unnecessary. And again, if you ask me, he is not the real killer. As we all seen the surveillance footage of the guy who actually really killed the CEO, that's not the same guy, but they're just using him as a cover-up because maybe this was an inside job. As we all know, they want to try and play in our face thinking that the majority of the American people is idiots, and we're not idiots. They may think that we are, but we're not. But this is just completely unnecessary. It's bullshit if you ask me. It's not fair. It's not right. And this is why, again, when you see shit like this is why people have a problem with the MAGA extremists and with these corporations. I don't know. It's utterly bullshit. But what do you guys think about this? About Pam Bondi is once again seeking the fucking death penalty for Luigi Mangione for killing the United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson, and she got the nerve to say that this dude was an innocent man. There was nothing innocent about a man who was indirectly involved in killing hundreds of thousands of people when United Healthcare canceled so many people's insurance policies, people who were still paying. And again, fraudulently abused the Medicare system, racking up diagnoses to rack in billions of extra dollars, making themselves richer than they already need to be. Utterly unfucking believable. Let me know what you guys think about this. Do you agree, disagree with my commentary? Leave your comments down below. Smash like button. Subscribe to the channel. I will catch you guys later. Free Luigi Mangione. He's not the killer.